Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-September 2018 tarot reading. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm doing monthly and mid-monthly readings, and I've got a lot of things coming in October time. So, Pisces, one thing that I'm dealing with most importantly in the mid-monthly readings is the full moon in Aries on the 24th of September. That is quite a charged moon. Aries is a sign that suits better with the new moon, fresh energy, beginnings. Full moons are about completion, and it's not something that Aries really fits that well with. It's a harvest moon, so it's all about reaping rewards, harvesting what you've grown. But Aries is quite an impatient sign, and for the full moon to be there, people might be a bit emotionally impulsive, and they might be a little bit more easily aggravated. Now, this is coming up in your financial sector, your second house, and for you might realize that your relationship with money needs to be a bit reined in. It might actually be a good time to look at your expenditure. You may also, on the flip side, because the full moon often reveals things, you may actually come into some money. Okay? So it could be quite an enlightening full moon for you in terms of money. But listen, I'm going to get into the reading and see what happens. For Pisces, mid-monthly September, Pisces, mid-monthly September. Pisces, mid-monthly September, Pisces, mid-monthly September. Okay. Okay, Pisces, first card up is the Six of Cups. Okay. Well, that's an interesting one to get. That's an interesting one to begin with. Your current situation as well. Knight of Cups. Okay. Distinctly seeing a love interest or love relationship, possibly from the past. There could be a connection to this from the past. Three of Pentacles is your positive. Negative is the Nine of Swords. Oh, you're worried about something. And the Four of Wands. Why are the water signs getting it so good? Seven of Wands. Okay, Pisces. I will level with you. I'll actually move this. Yeah, you can see it better. This is very, very good. Okay. I want to start with the negative part of the reading because sometimes it's better to get the challenge part out of the way. And this one is very, very, very specific and very sensitive to you, Pisces. So I really want to address this. The Nine of Swords in the challenge position. That often can come up, I think, after you've had your full moon. So I think once the full moon in Aries has passed, you'll feel a bit relieved. I think this is the lingering of emotion from the Pisces full moon at the end of August. And it's very much an anxious card. The Nine of Swords to me is when you're lying, trying to get to sleep and you can't stop thinking about everything that you're worried about. Or when you have an okay day and then at night you go to sleep and you realize, I should be worrying about this. There's a lot of things that I should be worrying about. Now, it's very easy for me to sit here and tell you that worrying is a misuse of imagination. But we all do it, no matter how much you can advise somebody else not to. I'm Pisces rising, so I've definitely felt the effects of the Pisces full moon. But what I want to say to you is that things just are getting so much better, Pisces. Four of Wands in the outcome it's always this really nice surprise. And it's funny because the reading for September for you guys, I'll link it in the description actually in case you've not seen it as well. It ties in very nicely with this. There's not a massive shift in energies from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. And the reason I say that is because this is very much love focus. But in saying that, Pisces, there's a bit more stability here than just the romantic. Okay, I actually think, Pisces, now this is, I worry about saying this to people, especially in tarot, because there seems to be this real distinct culture on here on YouTube to do with exes returning, and a lot of people are very, very, very hesitant about things like that. A lot of people associate the person that returns with the bad people that have been and gone. Do you know what I mean? The relationships that were the worst. I think people assume that when someone from the past returns, it is their worst nightmare, or that one specific person. It's not always, because people return in different shapes and forms. You know, you can run into someone that you went to school with, and then you can realize the right person was there under your nose all along. It doesn't have to be an ex-lover. It can be someone that you've known before, or it can be someone where there was bad timing. I actually think, Pisces, it's either someone with, I guess, a past life connection or past experiences with this person that hadn't maybe transpired. They'd maybe not grown, they'd maybe not flourished, because the Three of Pentacles is in the positive position, and that's all about laying down the foundations of something, starting something new. And I think that's more to do with something that didn't get the right start rather than something that crumbled. But for some of you, I do feel like it could possibly be someone that hurt you, because the Seven of Wands indicates to me defense, and the Nine of Swords is the anxiety. I actually think for some of you as well, I think some of you are very afraid that you'll be alone forever, because the Nine of Swords just seems to be clashing with the romantic cards. And I almost think that either you're very worried that something is going to go wrong, or you're very worried that you're not meant for love. There's no sign more suited, I think, to romance than a Pisces. You know, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising, it's oftentimes an indication, along with Libra, of a hopeless romantic. And it would be very shameful for a Pisces to go to waste, whether that be in the wrong relationship where someone takes advantage, or by just being single. You get an opportunity of some kind this month romantically, Pisces. Either somebody, because this to me is like there's the romantic element already underlying, and then there's the building, and then there's the foundation. The 3 goes to a 4. Okay, there's a step up. The fundamental workings of this are entirely possible. If that made any sense. That was a really poor way to put a sentence, but the yeah, that was really poor. The foundation can be laid for this is one thing that I want to say. I'm just looking at this Seven of Wands, and he's kind of grumpy, I guess, but he's also, in fact, I'm going to move this so you can see him. I don't have enough hands. I mean, he's really on the defensive. He's not letting anybody in past this door, is he? The door is shut, closed, gone, goodbye. Well, no. If you look closer at the image, the door is open, but he is fighting off. The door's not shut and it's not locked, but he's wary of who's getting into it. There is a clear defense here. I actually think I'm going to take 2 more cards from the top, as it were, and see. Let's see what we've got. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. This is really looking like a commitment of some kind. It could be home, by the way. I'll get round to that. And the Ace of Cups. Yes, this is a love offer as well. Okay, so for some of you... Ooh, let me see. For some of you that are hoping for messages on a change of residence, finding a new property, I think there seems to be something coming up. And it's actually something very affordable if you are looking for a new home or a new apartment. If you're worried about rent, there seems to be a good financial connection to a property. So the Ace of Cups as well indicates a beginning. So I feel like this could be a new home or a new property. I think it's something that you have been worried about, because worry, as I say, is very, very in the challenge position. And the 3 of Pentacles in the positive position indicates to me that you can financially afford this. The Knight of Cups can also bring good news surrounding a job. And if there is news coming in for you, Pisces, about a job, you will have a very happy time with your colleagues and the environment that you're going into. Maybe you have been burned in a work environment before, or with people around you. Maybe you've been sort of mismanaged, mishandled, and you're worried about going into something new. You know, it's very hard to sleep the night before you start a new job, so maybe this is that. So it could be starting a new workplace. There's something very fresh about this. I do feel some of you are very much suffering with anxious feelings, and I think it's possibly making you defensive. Yeah, even underneath this, the Four of Pentacles, it's possibly making you somewhat defensive, and it could be manifesting as pain in the chest, because she's holding her chest very tightly here. I'm just thinking maybe some of you are dealing with heart pain or indigestion or heartburn, even resulting from your anxiety. Like feeling like you can't breathe. It might be a panic attack or something like that, but things are getting better. At least this can give you some solace from what I can see of things getting better. Now, romantically, I want to talk about this as well. I have mentioned, the possibility with the Six of Cups as a return, especially with the Knight of Cups. It's someone returning with a romantic message, but it could be somebody new that you feel like you've known before. Like you feel like you've known this person. And if you haven't experienced that in the beginning of September, I think a lot of you are going to. Don't forget, Venus is in Scorpio, sister sign, your water friends. Scorpio energy. It's also very common for people born under the sign of Scorpio or Pisces to have planets in those signs. You know, you could be a Pisces, you most likely have Scorpio somewhere. Scorpios a lot of the time have Pisces somewhere, and it's actually a very complementary energy to have in your chart. So some of you might be Scorpios watching this, or you might have a Scorpio moon or Scorpio rising. So I do feel like there's love here, and for some of you it's new, and for some of you it's a return of some kind, but it's going towards something stable. And another thing that I want to say is there's sort of a link here with the Capricorn reading. They had the Knight of Pentacles in this position, and I think they had the Six of Cups as well. So there is a link here. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn and you're finally moving forward. There's a progression here. It's really, really nice. One thing I will say is don't let this Nine of Swords anxiety and fear surround you. And don't let it make you too defensive that you don't let anybody in. I think a lot of people that watch tarot do feel that way, because it's something that you come to, I think, when you've been really hurt for the first time. That's when I started learning it, when I was a lot younger. I think some of you are going to have a lot of success with an earth sign, or somebody that works in finance or agriculture. But there seems to be something really lovely coming in, and it has a stability to it. And this is what I said in the Capricorn reading, actually. There's a stability there with this person, be they new, for some of you they are, and be they old. Some of you might even find that you're releasing something from the past and embracing somebody new, or in embracing somebody new, you finally release the past. But there's a really beautiful energy here, Pisces. So I'm going to put my microphone down, and I'm going to get you a Goddess Guidance card. Oh, Guardian. I'll take one more from the top. Past life. Isn't that funny? Just talking about that. Anya, a leap of faith. Okay. Guardian, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. This situation involves your past life memories. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Okay, take a risk. Don't be defensive. Don't be anxious. Take a risk with this. There is a past life connection with this person that's really beautiful, and you are being protected, so don't worry about it. This is someone you've maybe asked your angels for. Maybe you're seeing more white feathers lingering around than usual, but there's something good here, Pisces. It really looks like it. So I will talk to you guys in October, hopefully, sir, for some more good messages, and take care. Bye.